Struggling small businesses in the UK who are currently taking advantage of the funding for lending scheme will be able to extend it for another year, according to the Bank of England. The BOE's announced it's going to prolong the initiative, which will mean banks can now borrow £10 for every £1 lent to small companies in 2013. However, if they hold off on extending the loan until 2014, they'll only be able to borrow £5 for every pound lent, effectively halving the incentive. This all comes shortly after a failed attempt earlier this month by the Bank of England Governor Mervyn King to increase quantitative easing in the country. The committee presiding over such matters voted against the move, deciding to maintain its QE goal of £375 billion. But Mervyn King and the Chancellor of the Exchequer, George Osborne, are settling for what they believe to be the next best thing for economic stability in the country, which, according to some analysts, came extremely close to a so-called triple dip in the first quarter. Mr. Osborne is expecting a visit from the IMF next month, telling him to ease off on his heavy-handed approach to austerity, something the fund believes would help boost growth in the UK. Shortly after Mr. King sent a letter to Mr. Osborne telling him that an extension to the funding for lending scheme would help improve credit conditions and support an economic recovery, the Chancellor said, "It is important that we continue to support the real economy. As the impact of the scheme on small and medium-sized firms has taken longer to develop, I welcome the extension." But some analysts say that although the extension may provide much-needed help to small businesses once confidence has returned to the economy, it is confidence itself that for now is the missing element. It could also mean there's less chance of bond purchases being made in the future, according to analysts Simon Peck and Andrew Roberts at the Royal Bank of Scotland. They say that focusing the Bank of England easing bias towards targeted credit measures means the need for more gilt purchases is less pressing. The Bank of England, meanwhile, have admitted that any noticeable benefits from an extension to the funding for lending scheme will take a while, as it will take time for this to feed through to lending volumes, given the typical lags involved. The scheme will be extended until January 2015. That's all from the Press Review today. If you want to watch more on our coverage of UK data, news and events, of course head to our website at dukascopytv.com. But for now, goodbye.